Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oz Country Down Under's Monday Night Lives. And yes, I know it is Tuesday night. Unfortunately, the guest that we have tonight couldn't be with us last night, so we had to arrange a second night. So here we are on Tuesday night. Firstly, I'd like to say sorry, Brooke Chevelle. I know this is your night. Usually we don't do it on a Monday night, but tonight we do have in front of us, right on the screen right now, this is Ben Gunn. How are you, Ben?
Hey, how you going, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. So, what happened to you last night?
Mate, I had a blue with the missus.
Oh, no. No, we don't want to hear that.
I'm in the doghouse, mate.
You're in the doghouse. All right, that's cool.
I'm in the doghouse with you and the missus.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not in the doghouse with me, buddy. All right, let's go all the way back. I like to go all the way back with my artists. All right, so let's start from the beginning. How did Ben Gunn happen? How did music happen for you?
Well, I've been playing guitar and singing since I was about 13, 14. So I picked up a guitar, but I'm actually left-handed, but I picked up all my mates were learning at the same time, and they only had right-handed guitars, so I had to teach myself on a right-handed guitar, so now I actually play right-handed. It's funny, I was doing a festival down the south coast here, a little place called Nelligen near Bateman's Bay, and Kirsty Lee Akers was on the bill as well, and she somehow noticed that I think I was signing something, and she goes, "Oh, you're left-handed, but you play right-handed," and she goes, "Same here." So
yep.
So that was very observant of her. So
well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm left-handed too.
Oh, there you go.
And I play right-handed guitar. Same thing when I started. Same thing when I was playing. Learning to play guitar when I was about 15. There was no left-handed guitars around, so you couldn't actually learn to play left-handed guitar. So I play right-handed guitar as well. So there you go.
What about golf? Do you play golf?
Look, I don't play golf, but I'm sure if I did play golf, I'd have a left-hand swing. Tennis.
I think I can do it both ways.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous.
Oh, there you go.
So, I grew up out of Dubbo, Central West New South Wales, and grew up, spent a fair bit of time on the farm and that, and we'd be on the tractors listening to a lot of, the farmers especially, they spend a lot of time sitting on a tractor, so they got a lot of time to kill. I remember we used to listen to anything from John Williamson to Slim Dusty, as well as the American artists, sort of classic artists, Kenny Rogers and Garth Brooks and all that sort of stuff, and even throw in a bit of, especially a bit of Kevin Bloody Wilson, and
oh yeah,
even a bit of Billy Coke Bottle. Do you know who Billy Coke Bottle is?
Yep, I remember that.
Yep. So they're sort of, but then you've got a little more of the rocky stuff, Creedence Clearwater Revival and Garth Brooks and those sorts of guys. So always love country music, but lately though, I think, especially with this new album, I think my genre has changed. I've gone away a little bit from the country, like especially traditional country music, and I like to think of my new sound, especially for this new album, is called Australian Heartland Rock. That's the new genre. I'm breaking new ground here.
I believe you're sending me a copy of the new album, and thank you for that. And I also believe that I'm on the cover of the album. Look at that.
You got your ugly mug on there, see?
You got the ugly mug on the cover of the album. Thank you very much for that. That's great. I did have a question for you, but the picture that you asked me to use, it was me in front of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, but I'm on the western side of Australia.
Mate, everyone's giving me crap about that. So going, why have you got me up in Broome? What am I on holidays or something? We just gave all the pictures. We'd had a gutful by the end. We gave all the pictures to the designer, the graphic designer. I'd chuck them in wherever. They'll be right. But we should have spent a bit more time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be copping so much flack. But anyway.
Yeah.
It's basically the album cover was there designed to just to give you a bit of pay tribute to people like yourself that support homegrown Aussie music. And I was chatting to another bloke today. There's a lot of festivals coming up that have just popped up out of the woodworks, and noticed a lot of American touring companies are starting to come out as well, and there's always that fear of whether or not they're going to help support Australian artists and that sort of thing with a lot of these bigger events, and like CMC used to do in the past with and obviously Denny Ute Muster and Gimpy Muster and those sorts of things. So similar sort of thing there, where you want to hope that there's still going to be that strong support for Australian music.
Such as the new country to country one that's coming to Australia.
I think so, and even with radio, commercial radio, it's hard for Australian artists to even get a plug there.
That's very true. Yes.
So this is a bit of a tribute to you guys for helping out. Giving us the plug and that sort of thing, and the new single's had an overwhelming response actually from the reports that we've been getting back so far.
Yep.
The MRAP report, do you know that one?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, I think the song's number 5 across all genres at the moment, so that's pretty
handy. There you go. That's cool.
Yeah.
So the new song's obviously called Only in Australia, but you've had success before that. You've had, let me see, I've got here, you've had, where is it? 2015, we can go back to there. Well, let's go back all the way. 2008, you were a finalist in Toyota Star Maker competition.
Yep.
And then in 2009, you did the Australian College of Knowledge, or the College of Country Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good that year. I did that with quite a few artists that are still hanging around, and Mickey Pye. I did it with Tori Dark.
Yep.
Oh God, who's that girl from New Zealand?
Jodie Doreen.
She's based in Nashville now.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah.
It'll come back to me in a minute.
Who was your mentor at the College of Knowledge?
I did some writing with Travis Collins, and also who else was there? I'm having some mental mind blanks.
Told you, you're never going to know what questions I ask.
I know the lady. She did well on The Voice not that long ago. She's got blonde hair. She's touring with Felicity Urquhart and.
Lynn Botel.
Lynn Botel, thank you. I know Lynn. I know Lynn well. I've just had one when you put on the spot with names.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's correct. Then in 2011, you were nominated for the Australian Independent Country Music Awards for Best New Talent. And 2012, you got the Rising Male Star in the Australian Independent Country Awards. And also the Best New Talent in the Victorian Country Awards. That's got to be good, having some accolades like that. Obviously, we'd like to...
Yeah, it's handy to get some recognition, especially in the early stages. That was all off the first album, so...
Yep.
Yeah,
yep. And of course, you've also got... Wow. I like this one. In 2014, you got the Mo Award for Slim Dusty Country Act of the Year. That's got to be awesome.
That's a big call, that one. But,
That one is a big call.
That was a bit of an honour, a bit of a spin out. But yeah, it was great, obviously, to be recognised because that one's sort of more of a insiders industry award especially for clubs and pubs and that sort of thing. And I've certainly done my fair share of playing in pubs and clubs over the years. That's for sure. I do well over 120 gigs a year.
Yep.
So it's great to get recognition against other great artists in the industry. I think I was up against Becky Cole and people like that. So
yep,
it was great. It was really, really good honour to be part of that.
And then in 2015, you hit number one. You got the number one song for 3 weeks in a row with Girls Like Guys with Trucks.
That's right.
That's a cool song.
They did this scientific research. See, they did all these surveys to see whether or not women like guys in trucks. And after all the surveys come back, apparently it's true. There was a high percentage of women that like men in trucks. So you can't mess with science. You
can't mess with science. That's right. That's it.
Right. It's a scientific fact. Yep.
There you go. So, and then of course, the last song I actually heard, I actually heard another song, but Heavensville. Now that was a brilliant song about this country,
great.
Yeah. So I loved the track. I play the track all the time. I love that track, and I love the video clip. Who produced the video clip for Heavensville?
I think it's Click Productions, who's Jesse. He's actually Kirsty Lee Acres' partner.
Okay, there you go. Very good.
Yeah.
And so that whole thing was exciting. You had the ocean, you had the mountains, you had the steam train, you had the whole picture of Australia was brilliant in that track. So I really enjoyed that. And of course, then you come up with something strange. I'm a Queenslander.
Oh, right.
How did that come about?
A bit left field there. Well, that was the guy that I've written the new album with. I've co-written all the songs on the album except for that one. I didn't write that song. Okay, I'm gonna put my hand up. But this was at the time that Cyclone Debbie was happening, and we thought, and it hit a lot of places, especially in Queensland, pretty hard. Places like Dalby, and around those, and up around further north, and that sort of thing. And so we just sort of off the cuff released that single and had a page. We've still got the page set up. Pretty sure it's imaqueenslander.com is the page. So IMA, so those 3 letters, and then Queenslander. You can still go to that page and put donations in, because there's still places, I'm sure, that are, are still affected by and need donations to sort of recover from Cyclone Debbie. But we just released that as a sort of side project type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime I'm up it works really well, actually. Anytime I'm up in Queensland, I play that song live, and they love it.
I bet they do, yeah. But typically, you're not a Queenslander, so.
I know. So I want to say, on the new album, there's two songs. There's that song, and there's another song called "We're from New South Wales." So obviously, I was involved in writing that song, but so there's a bit of state of origin going on the album, a bit of competition.
A bit of state of origin going on the album. That's fantastic.
Personally, "We're from New South Wales." That's my favourite song on the album.
Oh, there you go. I haven't yet heard that one because I'm still waiting for it to come. So obviously, we need to talk about. Before I talk about that, I'll just say that Robert Mueller has been watching, and he says, "Hey Dave," and "Hey Ben." There
Hey,
you
Rob.
go. Yes. So
Excellent.
we have 2 viewers, but as I said, we've got we're up against Brooke Chevelle tonight. So sorry, Brooke. And obviously, we need to talk about the new single. It is doing amazing stuff. It is true. It was requested within the first week on Oz Country Down Under to be added to the request playlist. So it's been added to the request playlist. It's been there for a couple of weeks now.
Cool.
And of course, I requested the song too. So even if it hadn't been requested by somebody else, it would have been there.
Beautiful.
Only in Australia. Now, I do have to say something, and actually, how long did it take you to actually put this song together? Because I'll tell you something. I have been writing a song called This Land Australia.
Yeah,
and
I remember you mentioned it to me.
Yeah, so I was like, I remember that, we had, our backyard with Amber Lawrence and Travis Collins. And so when I was writing it pretty much off the back of hearing that song and getting all sentimental about Australia. So I started writing my own, and and I've gone and got some. I've gone and spoken to a couple of people about it. We're looking at recording the song very shortly, and then lo and behold, Ben Gunn comes out with his song called Only in Australia. I'm like, damn. So now I've got to. Yeah, so now I've got to put it on the back burner because you can't do that, like.
Oh, why not, mate? A song's a song, It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Actually, I want to go back to the drawing board because I like yours better.
Oh.
It's true. I mean, you've put so much Australian content in it. You've talked about how you've talked about everything in the song. It's really good. And like the visual aspect with the video clip, again, awesome. Jay Sini did a great job with that. G'day, Jay. All right. It's really a testament to what Australian life is like, especially for out in the country and stuff like that. So I really enjoy the song.
Yeah, and that exactly sums up the song as well. And that's what we wanted to do, was sort of celebrate, not only great Australian icons, but everything about Australian culture and a way of life. And that's one of the main reasons I'm really proud to sort of say I'm in the Australian country music industry, is because I get the opportunity to travel to a lot of rural places and meet a lot of these people and perform to a lot of country fans. So it actually wasn't that hard to write. It's just being myself. That's all it is. That's
it. You've certainly got a passion for Australia, and it certainly resonates within the song. And more so, if people look at your website, you're a bit of a larrikin, aren't you? Like you've got some stuff on your website about Vegemite.
It's not the usual music artist website, that's for sure.
That's correct. I mean, I was looking at your website yesterday because obviously we were supposed to be doing it yesterday, and we came up with Doc, I have veg every day on me toast. Like, how Aussie is that? That's fantastic.
That's it.
The croc. Hey, don't knock over me beer, you drongo. I mean, This is so Australian. This whole website is like so Australian, all the way down. Like, okay, you're a musician, but you're a real downhearted Australian guy. You know what'd make this better? Some tomato sauce, because Australians have tomato sauce on everything, right?
That's it. Even on your ice cream.
That's it. Why not? It's done. Yeah. So beware of the stinging trees. So you're not just an Australian country music singer. You're an Australian icon. Like you're really into the whole Australian thing, and that's a testament to you, because there's not many people out there that are doing that these days.
Yeah, that's it. I think, and it seems to work for me. I think one of the hardest things for most artists is trying to be comfortable in their own skin. And I remember even when I went over to Nashville and recorded the second album with Girls Like Guys with Trucks on there, and I remember, I was in the car with the producer and the engineer and that, and they go and say, "What are you going to move over here to the States now and give it a shot?" And I went, "You know what? No, I'm not. I'm just going to be hanging out in Australia and doing what I love doing and serving Australian fans." And I think that's fine where I am now. I don't feel any need to try to do anything, outside of, or try to Americanize and sound or whatever. But in saying that, I still love obviously, as I said, I record over there. The production and all that sort of thing. I love the Nashville big production sound, but the content needs to still be iconically Australian.
Yeah, that's good. So
it seems to work well for me.
You just answered my question, because that was my next question. Do you have plans of, hitting the States and trying to build yourself up in America? But you've just answered that question, so there you go.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have got their own own interpretation on what country music stands for, and I think for me and I think it sort of resonates obviously in America as well. It's about their culture and about where they're from and everything, celebrating what that's about. And if that's the case, then Australian country music, that's exactly what that should be about, is celebrating Australian culture and everything Australian. So that just makes sense to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the way the industry is forming now, it's getting to the point where you really don't need to go to Nashville to get the same type of sound. You've got some great producers here that are producing just as good a sound here now as well. So they're staying at the forefront of what is country music. They're keeping up to date with what's happening here, but there's still a lot of good stuff happening here. Now, when's your next single due out? Because I know you said you're doing three or four singles in quick. How do I say?
Yep.
In quick momentum. So when's the next single likely to drop?
We're planning to have it probably in January. So it has actually been full swing by Australia Day.
Yep.
Yes. And we just did the film clip for that one a few weeks ago. It's going to be a cracker.
And that was also with Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Jay talking about that.
I play multiple characters in the film clip.
Oh, cool. So that's going to be quite a...
Here I come.
All right. Here's a question. Look at this. We've got a question. Michael Raymond Bryden, who is a regular on our shows, he asks, Ben, who is your all-time dream artist to perform with and why?
Got no idea.
No idea. So think about anybody that you would like to perform with. Who would it be?
Yeah, it's like asking me what's my favourite song, but that changes all the time as well. But,
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, you hear someone, I'm not sure. Tim McGraw's coming out. That'd be all right.
There you go. Tim McGraw's coming out.
I'm a big fan of Travis Tritt. He's great. And
Travis was great in his time, wasn't he?
Travis Tritt, he's a great country rock artist. I
Yeah,
think Leonard Skinner would be pretty handy. That'd be pretty good to play, have a jam with those guys.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes.
And Vince Gill as well is one of my favourite guitarists.
Vince Gill's awesome. Vince Gill's awesome.
I think pretty amazing to share the stage with him. But I'd probably freeze.
He's taking over the lead role in the Eagles now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the Eagles are touring, and the Eagles are now touring again, and they've taken on Vince Gill as the lead vocalist because Glenn Fry's gone, of course. So, yeah.
I think now thinking about the question, I reckon the Eagles would be great to play with.
There you go. That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I reckon the Eagles.
There you go. Okay, so Michael, there you go. It took a while to get there, but we've come down to the Eagles.
Oh wait, here's someone else look at it. I'm only joking.
Now, if we made that just about an Australian artist, who would it be?
Is Jay still on the line? Is Jay still watching?
Is Jay Senior still watching?
Was he watching? He's still watching. I'll say Jay.
Hey, I don't think he's been watching.
I've already shared the stage with Jay. Actually, he's played guitar for me a few times, which has been great fun.
Yeah.
We did this gig up in Weipa, up in Queensland. I don't know if you know that is far north Queensland.
I know.
Was it that one? And he ended up getting his shirt off for the stage. It was classic. and we did this other BNS ball. We did a BNS ball out at Hay.
Yeah.
And I turn around and here he is. He's got a bloody horse head. You know those rubber horse heads.
Yeah, the rubber horse head.
What's going on there? But,
there you go. So you've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but anyone else? I'm not sure. I used to live and listen to a fair bit of Kevin Bennett. He was always pretty cool.
Yeah, Kevin Bennett's good. Yeah.
But does it have to be country? I don't know.
Well, you basically said your new album's not particularly, as country as it used to be. You've gone into this more Australian. What did you say? Australian
Heartland rock.
There you go, Australian Heartland rock.
So Cold Chisel, I'd love to get up and play with those guys, but
oh, of course, yeah.
I was watching a few live streams, not live streams, but sort of video footage on YouTube of Jimmy Barnes, and just unbelievable. So I don't think I couldn't hit some of the notes he can hit though.
No. Neither can I. Absolutely not. He's incredible. If I ever got the chance to sing with him, I'd have a heart attack. Angie Maxwell said. Angie Maxwell says hi, Ben and Dave. Hi, Angie. Yeah, so there you go.
I had a yarn with Angie on her radio station not that long ago, a few weeks ago.
There you go. All right.
She's also on the album cover as well. She's sharing the album cover with you.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Angie, we're on there. So
you're famous.
I'm in the West. Don't know why, but I'm in the West.
Thought you might need a holiday, mate.
Well, I lived in Perth for like 2004 to 2009, so 5 years I lived in Perth. I don't need a holiday over there anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But it's great. I feel honoured and very privileged that you did what you did, and thank you from the bottom of my heart that you did include me on that album cover. I was blown away, actually. It showed me mother. I I showed my mother. I said, "Where am I, Mum? Have a look." She's looking through all these photos. She's like, there was a guy right underneath me. She goes, "That looks like you." I was like, "Mum, that's me above him." So there you go. So there you go. All right, we won't keep you because we know you're in your car. You're on your way home. I hope you've got flowers. I hope you got some flowers for your wife.
Yeah, I think I better go get some. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been great talking to you tonight, Ben, and thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
We finally made it here. Right.
Yeah.
All right. You have a good night. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that next Monday night, of course, is another Benn because we're having 3 Benns in a row. Next Monday night is Benny Allen. There you go. I've got it right. And following that is Ben Ransom. So there you go. 3 Benns in a row. Yeah. And so until we speak next time, say goodbye to Ben Gunn.
See you later.
See you, Ben. All right. No worries.
Cheers, mate. See ya.
Cheers, mate.